Hi, I'm Pamela Paul, editor of the New York Times Book Review, and I am here with Greg Coles, also an editor at the Book Review, and our bestsellers columnist. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Pamela.
So what is new on the list this week?
Really not a lot. So let me start by talking about some books that are not on the list. In a week that saw the death of the popular thriller writer Vince Flynn at age 47 of prostate cancer, I thought his titles might get a posthumous bump. He did have a bestseller back in January with a book that I think was called The Last or The Last Man. But if they did get a bump, it wasn't enough to return any of them to the list. And also in a very bad week for the celebrity chef Paula Deen, I wondered if her troubles might lead some people to pick up her 2007 memoir, It Ain't All About the Cooking, which, by the way, contains an incident near the very beginning that's just ripe for readers looking to psychoanalyze her views on race. What is new on the list? On the combined fiction list, there are just 3 new titles this week. The highest ranking new title is at number 2, and that is Neil Gaiman's new novel, The Ocean at the End of the Lane. What's interesting here is that on the hardcover list, that title is at number 1, where it dislodges Dan Brown's Inferno. But the Inferno is still selling well enough on ebooks and also in hardcover that it's still number 1 on the combined
So they have
list.
split places. Inferno is number 1 on the combined. More people are reading it
Overall,
reading it on ebooks. Yeah. But on the hardcover, people are going for the Gaiman.
Yeah, on the hardcover list, part of that, we asked our bestseller department why it is that the Gaiman has outpaced Inferno on our hardcover list. The answer seems to have something to do with independent bookstores. There's a website, IndieBound, that tracks sales just at independent bookstores, and the Gaiman is number 1 on their list as well. They compile their bestsellers. Then at number 4 on the combined fiction list, Janet Evanovich is back. She's started a new series with a writer named Lee Goldberg. The first book in that series is called The Heist, and it's about a female FBI agent who teams up with a male con man. And this book is they're trying to catch a rogue banker. And finally, the last new title on the combined fiction list this week is down at number 13. Tammy Hogue, mystery, kind of a dark thriller mystery writer, former romance writer who got sick of kind of sunshine and wanted to go dark.
Go to the dark side.
Exactly. She has a new mystery out called The Ninth Girl about a serial killer on the loose in Minneapolis. And then there's only one new title on the nonfiction list this week, on the combined list or the hardcover nonfiction list. That title is at number 12 on the combined nonfiction list. It's by a woman named Lily Koppel, a former society reporter for the New York Times, who had a bestseller several years ago called The Red Leather Diary. Her new book is called The Astronaut Wives Club, and it's kind of a right stuff for women. It's about the Mercury 7 astronauts, the first astronauts in the early days of America's space program, about the wives of those astronauts and what their marriages were like. Really, a lot of them weren't very good. And they had to put on this big pretense of them being good in order for their husbands to advance their careers.
Life magazine covers.
Yes, there's a famous cover of Life magazine, which is now being used as the cover of the book, that was a model of the Mercury 7 capsule, of the Mercury capsule, rather, with all of the 7 wives posed around it in their housewife dresses. There's something very much kind of Mad Men to this book. It's nostalgia for the middle of the century, and also of all of the Housewives, the Real Housewives reality shows.
All right. Well, maybe it'll be grittier in the next installment, following the path of Mad Men. Thanks so much, Greg.
Thanks, Pamela.